Hey guys, it's Sinem and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. So today I'm doing my February favorites and there's a lot of makeup in this one today. So I'm so excited to share with you guys my February favorites, what I've been loving for the month of February. We're already in March. I can't believe that. So we're just going to jump straight into it. I'm going to start off with the first thing that I've been loving. Now this one I did discover later towards the end of the month, but I've been absolutely loving it since I discovered it, and that is the NYX Marshmellow Smoothing Primer. I absolutely love this primer. I don't agree with the price tag. I think it's a little bit too pricey for what it is, but I've been absolutely loving it. It literally is a very hydrating and whipped kind of formula. So when it goes on the skin, it feels really, really nice. It feels really smoothing, soothing, hydrating, moisturizing, all that kind of good stuff. This just makes the foundation go on a lot more smoother, and it literally says it's a smoothing primer, which I feel like if you have textured skin, like I have blemishes, you can't really see it. I do have blemishes right here that I've been struggling with, and I feel like this just blurs over it. It makes everything super, super smooth, and like I said, your foundation just glides on. So I've been absolutely loving this stuff. Again, it's a little bit pricey for what it is, but I honestly don't see this going anywhere, and I'm going to be incorporating it more into my routine. Been absolutely loving this primer. That is the first thing that I've been loving, and the second thing that I've been loving is this one right here. This is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink Liquid Lipstick. Now I do have, I think, 2 other shades of this in my collection, but this is the one that I picked up recently and I've been absolutely loving the color. So this one is in the shade Loyalist. It is a beautiful kind of peachy, pinky nude, and it just feels so comfortable on the lips. I mean, look how just lush this color looks. I absolutely love this one. And like I said, it just feels super, super comfortable on the lips. It's not a drying liquid lipstick. It doesn't make your lips crack and anything like that. It doesn't seep into the lines in your lips. It just goes over it. Your lips look super lush and just really, really nice and full. And I absolutely love the color. So these are great, affordable liquid lipsticks. If you're looking for something that's going to last a long time, especially when wearing a mask as well, it does not budge and it does not transfer. So I absolutely love this formula, and I want to pick up all the other shades. They have a ton to choose from, but definitely check these out because they are such a comfortable, long wearing liquid lipstick. It takes a while for it to dry down as well, which I love, because then once it's on there, it's not gonna budge. That shade Loyalist, that's the one that I've been loving at the moment, but I do love this formula as well. Next, we're going to be talking about the palette that I'm wearing on my eyes right now. This one, if you guys saw, I reviewed the entire ColourPop times Animal Crossing collection. I'll leave it down below. And this is the one that really stood out to me. A few things stood out to me, but this palette out of the 4 really stood out to me. And this is the 5-Star Island palette. I'll do a little close up. Isn't it super cute? So this one has these shades, these 4 shades. Surprisingly, the pale goldish yellow is like my favorite shade in the palette. I don't know why. I really, really like the formula because I just feel like it's this really, really smooth, creamy shimmer that doesn't actually look really yellow on the skin. And I actually used it as my nose highlight today. I even used it in the inner corner, and I have it on the lid today as well. So I know on the lid it doesn't look yellowy, and that's why I really like it, because mixed with the pinks, it actually tones it down and doesn't look so yellow. It just looks like this really pretty shimmery pink, I guess. You can see a little bit of yellow, but I really, really, really love this palette. It's the one that performed the best out of them as well. Again, you can see the video if you want to know a little bit more about the entire collection, but this is the one that really stood out to me. I absolutely love this palette. Another palette that I've been loving, which actually I get a lot of comments about when I do wear it on my eyes, and I have been wearing it a lot recently, and you guys always seem to ask what is on my eyes, and this is what I have on in those videos, and that is the ColourPop Just My Luck green eyeshadow palette. 9 times out of 10, if you see me with a green eyeshadow look, it's probably this palette, because I love it that much. It has all these pretty green emerald tones, really, really, really nice deep greens. The 2 shades that I absolutely love in this palette is this one right here, which is called Mary Jane, and it is like this really nice lime green. This is the one that I always just like put in the center to really make the green pop. And then the other one that I love in the palette is this one right here, which is called Act Natural, and this is just a pure matte deep emerald green. It's like the color of the packaging. So I've been loving those 2, but of course I love all the other shades. I also use this one right here, which is more of like a deep true forest green shimmery shade. So when you want to go for a green eyeshadow palette or green look, I highly recommend this one. Affordable, and it has all these beautiful tones, really, really rich matte shades and some shimmers as well. And you can just create, you know, either like a really bright green look or more of a kind of olivey toned down green look. So I absolutely love this one. Again, it's what I've been wearing when you guys see me have the green eyeshadow looks lately. it's been this palette. Been absolutely loving it, and I never thought green would be my color, but I really like green eyeshadow lately. I think you can get it only in a set. I could be wrong, but I'll leave a link down below anyway. But yeah, Just My Luck is what it's called. So next, on my lips, again, I'm going to be talking about something from the ColourPop times Animal Crossing collection. This one, if you guys saw the video, is like the #1 thing that I just like fell in love with, and that is the Just a Tint mini lip duos. So these basically come with little mini lip tints. They are basically like lip crayons. This is what it looks like. This is the one that I have on right now, and this is called Juicy Apple. Smells like apple, but like a fruity sweet apple. It smells so delicious, and I've been loving these so much. But the ones that really stood out to me were the kind of pink set, the more cherry reddish pink set. These are the two that come in. As you can see, I've been loving them in the set, and I've just been, I don't know, I've just been enjoying these colors. It gives you more of a sheer wash of color to the lip, so it's not going to be this super stark red or stark pink. As you can see, it just looks very natural, and it looks juicy. It looks really nice, and I just feel like if you don't want to go for something, if you want to go for a red or a pink but you don't want it to be super bright and obnoxious, then you can just go for, you know, like a little lip tint, and they aren't super sheer either. They still give you a good decent amount of color, and I've been loving it. Super creamy, moisturizing, hydrating, and it almost feels like a lip balm. Smells great as well, and it's just a great alternative, you know, for wanting a kind of pinky berry reddish lip without it being super bright. So even this one right here, I'll swatch. This one is called Cherry. This one is Juicy Apple, and this one is Cherry. So as you can see, it's sheer, but it's a nice wearable sheer. It's not super sheer, and it gives you decent color payoff. So been absolutely loving them. And whilst I might also talk about the last thing from the ColourPop times Animal Crossing collection that I've been loving, and that is the Super Shock Shadow. This one, oh my god, I've been using it a lot on my lid, and then I just change up my crease color. But this, I've been loving. This is what it looks like. As you can see, I've used it quite a bit already, and this is the swatch. It is just a beautiful, glittery, glistening kind of pink, bronze, silver, gold. It has all the specs in there, all these different kind of colors, and it just looks so reflective on the eyes. I absolutely love this color. I really wish they make a color like this permanently in their Super Shock Shadow line. And this one is called Balloon Pop. As you can see, super reflective. So I've been loving this one just to put on the lid. You could even use this as a highlighter. It's not super glittery, which I love. It's just this really reflective, shimmery eyeshadow. Absolutely love it. Great for a topper. I just wanted to shout this one out because it is something that I've been absolutely loving and using, and it is one of the things that I've been loving in the Animal Crossing collection. So yeah, these three really stood out to me in the collection. Another primer that I've been loving has been the new E.L.F Mint Melts Cooling Primer. This one I really like. It's a great dupe for the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, which I absolutely love, but it's literally for more than a fraction of the price. This is such an affordable and great dupe for the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. It's really nice. It has a nice vanilla minty scent. It comes out clear, kind of like toothpaste. It has a green tone to it, and it comes out like a gel. It is very sticky, but it literally makes your foundation grip to the primer. Your foundation will not go anywhere, and I do find that this does prolong the wear of my foundation. So it's a great primer if you do want something that's going to make your foundation last long throughout the day. And overall, I just really like how it feels on my skin. It does feel really nice and cooling, almost kind of not tingling, but it just feels cool, as if you put it in the fridge and then took it out. Like, that's how it feels. So this would be great like in summer on a hot day. This would be a great primer to use. It's going to cool the skin, it's going to soothe the skin, and then the foundation is going to grip to it nicely as well. So I've been absolutely loving this. I wanted to shout it out whilst I do still have it available, because I know it is limited edition. So get your hands on it whilst you can. Great dupe for the Milk Hydro Grip one if you've wanted to try that one, or you already have it but you don't want to repurchase and spend that money, then you can get this one. So yeah, definitely recommend this one, the Mint Melt Cooling Face Primer. This next product I really played around with a lot to actually decide whether it became a favorite or not, and I have to say I have been loving it. This is the Ordinary High Coverage Concealer. It's a brand new concealer from them, and I did review this one. I did a full dedicated video on this, and at first I did mention in the video like I found it to be a little bit too bright and it wasn't super full coverage. I still stand by that claim. It's very bright. As you can see, my under eyes are super bright, but I really like that, and that's why I wanted wanted to mention it, is it's not a full coverage concealer. I still don't think it's full coverage. They say it's like this super full coverage concealer. It's not. It's very medium coverage. It's not going to cover too much unless you literally layer on so many layers. Then again, it is a very thin formula, so you can layer and layer and it's never going to look cakey, which I love. Very creamy as well, very hydrating, and it doesn't crease, but I did want to mention it more for the brightening aspect. It does brighten and I love that. As you can see, my under eyes again look super bright, and that is thanks to this concealer. I just put on a powder I'm going to talk about in a second on top, and I love the combo. So yeah, I've been loving this concealer. If you have more dryness under the eyes as well, this is a great one because it is super creamy. It's going to feel lightweight and it's not going to accentuate any, you know, dryness under the eyes as well. So loving this one, the Ordinary High Coverage Concealer, and it's kind of like a fluid concealer. It's very liquidy, but it's really, really nice. So love that one. I've been loving that one, and to go along with it has been the E.L.F Halo Glow Powder. This stuff is amazing. I have been loving it. I don't know if I mentioned it in like another favorites. I don't think I have, but I have been using this baby and I have been loving it. So this, at first I was skeptical because it said Halo Glow. I thought it was gonna have some shimmer. Now it has more of a luminous finish. There's no shimmer, at least from what I can tell. I don't see any shimmer. It's just more of a luminous finish, and it is what I have under my eyes right now. You won't be able to tell, but it is a very soft, glowy powder that just glistens under the eyes without the shimmer. So if you are looking for a good loose setting powder that's not going to make your under eyes look dry, that's not going to look cakey, that's not going to look too powdery under the eyes, go for this because it is super thin, super lightweight. It doesn't feel heavy. It almost feels like nothing on the skin, but it still gives you a little bit of dimension and depth under the eyes. So your under eyes are not going to look so flat and dry. They're just going to kind of, you know, look a little bit more luminous. So definitely check it out. Highly, highly recommend it. Moving on to the next product that I've been loving. This one, I think you guys know I was gonna put in my favorites, and this is from P.LOUISE. This is the Wedding Wish eyeshadow palette. I did review this as well. I mean, I know the shades. Who wouldn't like this? Absolutely beautiful neutral tones. I did mention my favorite is this one right here, which is called Commitments. It is just like this beautiful pinky shimmery shade. I really feel like if you were getting married, this would be the palette that you're gonna wear, that you're gonna rock on your wedding day, even like bridal shower, anything like that. I just feel like this is such a very versatile and suitable palette for any sort of occasion if you do want to go for more of a neutral eye look. Someone mentioned as well if I would use these as blush and highlight, and I would totally use this as a blush color and these two as highlight, because this is more of a pale gold, this is more of a pale pink. And I've been loving this palette. The formula is so top quality. They're super rich, super buttery. And I did mention in the video, again, it's a whole review. I won't talk too much about it and go in depth, but I did mention as well, I feel like you can just add and add and add, and it never looks patchy, and they just kind of blend flawlessly together. I feel like every single color that you use together just works. I don't know how she does it. I think she's really, really known, of course, for her eyeshadows, and that's why she makes like her infamous eyeshadow bases. So P.LOUISE, the eyeshadow formula is incredible, and especially these shades right here. This is my go-to neutral palette, and whenever I start traveling again, I feel like this is the one, even though it's a little bit bulky, but I feel like this is the one that I would definitely take with me because it has all the shades that I always rock all in one palette, you know, and the formula is great. So love this palette. I think we are down to my final product for my February favorites. There wasn't a lot because I mean there just wasn't a lot of like new products that came out that I have tried, but these are the ones that I've been absolutely loving. But the next product that I've been loving, and the final one, has been the E.L.F face duo, the bite size face duo. I have this on right now. It's the blush that I've been reaching for so much lately, since I've been using it and discovered it. And this I basically have on my cheeks right now. So do you see how there's a little bit of a glow? It's kind of like the blush and the highlight is mixed into one. That's exactly what it is with this product. And this is what it looks like. So as you can see, it does have a kind of shimmery peachy highlighter, which looks like that. And then it has a matte pinky blush, very neutral, very kind of sheer. This is a sheer product. I feel like it goes on very sheer. It doesn't go on very pigmented, but I love it because I can build it and build it and build it, and it's just gonna keep giving me this really nice flush to the cheeks. But I love it because I mix both of them to give me this sort of blush and highlight in one. I promise you, I did not use the blush and then the highlight. I mixed both of them. I just sweeped it across on my cheeks and it gave me this beautiful, beautiful glow. And as you can see, this is how it looks on my cheeks. I feel like it just adds really, really nice color to the cheeks, but also adds the glow as well. And it looks natural. It doesn't look blinding, anything like that. It looks like I'm just glowing naturally. Blends flawlessly into one. It doesn't look like there's, you know, streaks or stripes. Look at that. How beautiful is that? So I've been loving that product so much, and I do love how sheer it goes on at first, because it means you can just build it up and create this beautiful flawless look without it being too pigmented, and then you have to take it away if it's too much. So yeah, absolutely love the bite-sized face duos. Definitely check them out. Super affordable. They retail for like £3. You cannot go wrong. So I hope you guys enjoyed my February favorites. Let me know what you have been loving for the month of February, or just in general, and I hope you guys are all staying safe. So if you did like the video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what you want to see next from me, because I'm running out of ideas. Let me know what you want to see. Give me your video recommendations, and until next time, I'll speak to you guys all in my next video.